Okay, in this class we will discuss some of the important problems which is based on the design of the quarter joint and the knuckle joint. So first we will discuss the problems on the quarter joint. So first let us understand the given problem. The problem is a design a socket and spigot. Design a socket and spigot type quarter joint to sustain an axial load of 100 kN. The material selected for the joint as the following design stresses, which is sigma 1 is equal to 100 Newton per mm square, sigma c is equal to, see, it is nothing but sigma t, sigma c is equal to 150 Newton per mm square, and the tau is equal to 60 Newton per mm square. So it is tensile, crushing and shear stresses which is given in the problem. So here we need to design a sprocket and spigot type quarter joint to sustain an axial load of 100 kilonewton. So the material selected for the joint as following design stresses, which is 100 Newton per mm square, the crushing stresses which is 150 Newton per mm square, and the shear stresses are 60 Newton per mm square. Okay, these are the stresses with respect to this the selected material. First let us note down the given the data with respect to this problem. So here there is the axial load. So F is equal to 100 kilonewton, that is equal to 100 into 10 power 3 newtons, and also we have sigma t is equal to 100 Newton per mm square, sigma c is equal to 150 Newton per mm square, and tau is equal to 60 Newton per mm square. Tau is equal to 60 Newton per mm square. So last class we discussed regarding the design procedure for a socket and spigot quarter joint. Okay, the socket and spigot quarter joint. With respect to that only we will discuss this problem. So first let us the design, first design of rod. The first parameter is the design of rod. With respect to the design procedure, we know the design procedure with respect to this. So in that, if you want to find out that axial stress in the rod, that is sigma t is equal to, we know the equation which is available in the design data handbook, 4f divided by pi d square. Okay, this is the equation which is available in the design data handbook, the equation number 17.62. So we know the sigma t, so which is given in the problem, that is 100 Newton per mm square is equal to 4 into, we know the value of f, okay, that is equal to, f is equal to 100 into 10 to the power 3 divided by pi, we don't know the diameter, okay, the diameter of the rod, so d square. So if we simplify this, so we'll get the diameter of rod, d is equal to 35.68 mm. So we'll make it round up that one to 36 mm. This is the diameter of the rod. Next we need to find out the design of, the next parameter is design of sprocket and design of spigot and quarter. Okay, the second component, design of spigot and quarter. So second this one. So in that we need to find out first parameter, we need to find out that crushing crushing strength of quarter, that is F is equal to dt T sigma c. So this is the equation which is available in the design data handbook, that is equation number 17.69 which is available in the data handbook. So we know the value of F, that is 100 into 10 to the power 3 is equal to, we don't know the value of dt, so dt T into, we know the value of sigma c, that is given in the problem, that is 150 Newton per mm square, that is crushing strength. So here we need to find out dt T is equal to, if you simplify this, we will get 666.667. This is the value we will get with respect to this. Next, second parameter with respect to this design of spigot and cotter. So we need to simplify that the axial stress across the slot of the rod, that is sigma is equal to, we know the equation which is available in the data handbook, 4f divided by pi d1 square minus 4 d1t, that is the equation which is available in the data handbook, that is equation number 17.63 from the design data handbook. We know the value of sigma with respect to this axial stress, that is 100 Newton per mm square. So that is 100 is equal to 4 into F, 100 into 10 to the power 3 divided by, we know that value, we need to find out the diameter with respect to this, okay, the d1 square minus 4 into dt t, we simplified here, that is 666.667. okay. So if you simplify this entire term, if we simplify this whole term, the diameter of spigot d1 is equal to, we'll get 46.06 mm. So we'll next a higher diameter in the table number 13 point, or okay, we'll go for the higher value, we'll make it round up, d1 is equal to 48 mm. This is the diameter, okay, diameter of the spigot d1. Next, what we need to find out? So we need to find out we need to substitute this value into this equation, okay. So here we'll consider, this is not dt, so this you consider d1, okay, the d1 t with respect to this the spigot and cotter. So here, okay, so d1, if we substitute this value into this equation, substituting in 1, so that is 48, so which is 48 is 48 into t, is equal to 666.667. if we simplify this, we'll get the thickness of cotter, the t value we will get. So t is equal to 13.89, we will make it that to 14 mm. That is the thickness of the cotter. Next, so we need to determine that the shearing strength of the cotter. By using that, we need to find out the width of the cotter, mean width of the cotter, that is the value of b. So from the design data handbook, okay, from the design data handbook. So here we'll also refer this from the equation number 17.65, okay. So 17.65, from that also we'll get. Next, what we need to find out? We need to find out with respect to this design of sprocket, spigot and cotter. Next, we need to determine the shearing strength, the shearing third parameter, the shearing strength, the shearing strength, the shearing strength of cotter, that is F is equal to 2B T into tau. So which is available in the design data handbook, that is 17.65. So now we know the value of F, that is 100 into 10 to the power 3 is equal to 2 into, we don't know the value of B, width of the cotter, into, we know the value of T, that is 14, and we know the value of tau, which is given in the problem, that is 60. If we simplify this entire term, we'll get mean width of cotter called B is equal to 59.52 mm, which is also equal to 60 mm. Is also equal to 60 mm. So this is the value of the width of the cotter. Next, we need to find out the shearing stress due to double shear at rod end. We need to find out the shearing stress due to double shear at the rod end. So tau is equal to F divided by 2a d1. So which is also available in the design data handbook, that is the equation number 17.65. Now we know the value of tau, that is 60. F we know, that is 100 into 10 to the power 3 and divided by 2 into a. So we don't know the rod end distance from the slot, that is called a. So that is equal to 2a into 48, the d1. We know the diameter of the spigot d1 is equal to 48 mm. So if we simplify this, the rod end distance from the slot A is equal to 17.63 mm, which is also called as 18 mm. This is the value of A. Okay, this is about the design of spigot and cotter. So with respect to this, we need to next component, the design of spigot collar. So here first thing is, in this, the first parameter we need to determine bearing stress in the collar, that is sigma c is equal to 4f divided by pi t2 square minus d1 square, So this is the equation which is available in the design data handbook, the equation number 17.68. If we substitute the values into this equation, we know the value of sigma c, that is 150 is equal to 4 into 100, F value 100 into 10 to the power 3 Newton, divided by pi into, we don't know the diameter, d2, Okay, the outer diameter we don't know, the d2 square, minus we know the diameter d1 of the this one called the spigot, so which is 48 square. So if we simplify this, the diameter of the spigot collar, okay, the diameter of spigot collar d2 is equal to 56.15. So I'll make it this value approximate, round up that value, d2 is equal to 58 mm. d2 is equal to 58 mm. 58 mm. Okay, next we need to find out the value, the diameter of the spigot collar d2 is equal to, will get same way the shear stresses. Okay, so here the thickness of the spigot collar E we need to determine. Okay, in that we need to determine the second parameter, the shear stress induced in the collar, tau is equal to F divided by pi d1 E, F divided by pi d1 E, which is available in the design data handbook, the equation number 17.72. If you substitute all the values into that equation, into this equation, we know the value of tau, which is 60, that is equal to, we know the value of F, that is 100 into 10 to the power 3 Newton, divided by, we know the value of d1, that is 48 into 48 into, we don't know the value of E. The E is nothing but a thickness of the spigot collar. Okay, thickness of the spigot collar E is equal to, if we simplify this, we'll get 11.05 mm, so which is equal to 12 mm, make it 12 mm. So this is the value of E, Next, so next component we need to design of socket, socket. Okay, the design of socket. So in this, the first parameter with respect to this, the tensile stress in the socket, sigma is equal to 4f divided by pi into d3 square minus d1 square minus 40 into d3 minus d1. So this is the equation which is available in the design data handbook, that is 17.64 from the design data handbook, Dr. K. Lingaya. So we know the value of sigma, okay, that is 100 is equal to, we know the value of F, that is 100 into 10 power 3 divided by pi into d3. We don't know the value of d3. We need to find out the diameter, okay, the design of socket. So we need to determine the d3, okay, the outside diameter of the socket. So d3 we need to find out, d3 square minus d1 we know, that is 48 square minus 4 into the t value. Okay, we know the value of t, that is 14 into d3 minus d1, that is 48. So if we simplify this, we'll get we'll get pi d3 square minus 7238.23. If we simplify this, we'll get in this form minus 56 d3 plus 2688 is equal to 4000 is equal to 4000. Okay, if we further simplify, so we'll get this in terms of quadratic equation. So here I'll write like this: d3 square minus 17.6825 d3 minus 2721.63 is equal to 0 in the form of quadratic equation. We know that d3, so d3 is equal to, I'll write like this, plus this is the value of b, so 17.825 d825 plus or minus square root of b square, so that is 17.825 square plus 4 into 1 into 2721.63 divided by 2 into 1 divided by 2 into 1. Now taking positive sign, outside diameter, taking positive sign, then simplify that outside diameter of socket is equal to d3 is equal to 61.84 mm. So d3 is equal to 62 mm. d3 is equal to 62 mm. This is the value of the diameter of outside diameter of the socket. So next, what we need to find out with respect to this, we need to find out the crushing stresses induced in the socket. So second parameter with respect to that, the design of socket, the crushing stress induced in the socket, that is sigma c. Sigma c is equal to F divided by d4 minus d1 into T. So it is also available in the design data handbook, that is 17.70, equation number 17.70 from the design data handbook. We know the value of sigma c, that is 150 is equal to, we know the value of F, 100 into 10 to the power 3 divided by the d4. So d4 is, we don't know, we need to find out the diameter d4, the diameter of the socket collar d4 we need to determine. D4 minus, we know the d1, that is 48. So we know the value of t, that is 14 mm. If we simplify this whole term, we'll get the diameter of socket collar d4 is equal to 95.62 mm. So I will make it that value to d4 is equal to 96 mm. So this is the diameter of the socket collar. Next we need to find out that the shears, okay, the third parameter, the shear strength. Shear stress induced in the socket. So that is tau is equal to f divided by 2c into d4 minus d1. So we know the value of tau, which is 60, is equal to, so which is available, this equation which is available in the design data handbook, that is equation number 17.67. So we know the value of f, 100 into 10 to the power 3 Newton. We don't know the value of c. C is nothing but a thickness of the collar, the socket collar. Okay, that is c into, we know the value of d4, 96 minus 48. Okay, if we simplify this, we'll get thickness of collar C is equal to 17.36 mm. Will make it this value to 18 mm. Next, what we need to find out? We need to find out the value called the shear stress at the socket. Okay, shear stress in the socket, that is tau is equal to f divided by pi d1h. So here we need to find out the value of h, thickness of the socket at the rod end. The value of h we need to find out. This equation also available in the design data handbook, that is the equation number 17.73. So if we substitute all the values into this equation, we know the value of tau, that is 60, is equal to, we know the value of f, that is 100 into 10 power 3 divided by pi, we know the value of d1, that is 48 mm, into, we don't know the value of h, the thickness. Okay, we don't know the value of h. If we simplify this, the value of h is equal to 12 mm. Okay, next what we need to find out? We need to determine the bending stress. Induced in the cotter. Last parameter, bending stress in cotter. We know the equation. So maximum bending stress in the cotter, induced in the cotter, that is sigma b is equal to f into